Welcome to another video of Chuck and Susan in Mazatlan. In today's video, we will do the final tile work. We will install the pool heater, finish the equipment room plumbing, and we will also install electrical for the pump and the salt generator, relocate a pool jet, do the pool drains and the nozzles, and install the cool deck. In addition, we will clean up and prep the paint. Enjoy the video. The pool heater arrived, and I'd never seen a pool heater before, and I really didn't know what they were. It's basically just a giant heat pump that works with water instead of Freon. It goes up on top of the pump house, the water circulates through the pump up into the heater, and it warms the water instead of cooling it off. So it was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, actually. Here I had my camera placed just a little too high, so you weren't able to see what was going on the floor of the pump house there, but you'll see a picture of it later. orange cylinder you see there is the actual salt chlorine generator. It works by converting sodium chloride into two different elements, sodium and chlorine. In a minute you'll see him put up the blue controller box. It's kind of ingenious the way it works. After it converts the sodium chloride into chlorine and sodium, once it gets back into the swimming pool, the chlorine and the sodium actually bind back together again and create salt, and it just runs over and over and over again. Eventually you have to add more salt, but not very often. The plastic guy showed up again that day to go ahead and fill in the hole where they hit the gas line and make everything look nice again. Later, Eric stopped by and we just addressed a few concerns we had about the tile work, and he said that he would correct it and everything would be fine. This is all the inside work on the floor that you didn't get to see in the video before. These gentlemen were measuring the dimensions for the new door for the equipment room. The plumber came back that afternoon to run all the lines for the salt generator, the heater, and for the timers. was one of the jets that I felt was incorrectly placed to begin with. It wound up being right in the bend of one of the benches, and they told me it would be fine, that they would fix it so it would look nice. But unfortunately, it didn't after they got it done. And I told them that this was not going to work for me, that they had to find a different solution. So basically, what they wound up doing was they wound up chiseling out a portion of the bench and making the pipe go underneath the bench and come out below it, which was probably should have been done to start with. And it really came to be a good solution, and it looks nice now. Now that all the patio tile work has been finished, he used a combination of muriatic acid and water to wash down the tile. That got all the stains off of it, all the excess grout that was on there. Really made the tile look nice. And it looked real good when he was finished. A couple of videos back, I mentioned that Nestor had sealed down the hatch on the sewer cover and was unable to get it up because he pulled the wire out when he was trying to get it up. So it sat there for a long time, and finally they came back and was trying to get it up. And they tried and they tried and they chiseled and they hammered and they did everything they possibly could to get that cover up, but it just wasn't budging. So finally they gave up, and Nestor actually had to break the tile off of the top of the cover and then get the cover out and then put the tile back on the cover again. Needless to say, Jose in the light colored shirt there, that boss man, he was not really happy with the whole situation. The first part of Friday's video is a little disjointed because, as you can see, the camera's out there, but Captain Dum Dum forgot to turn it on, so I didn't get it turned on till later on in the video. Because it was a 220 connection, the electricians came back to hook up the pump to the electrical panel. Because I forgot to turn on the camera, I missed most of the installation of the cool deck around the edge of the swimming pool. But they came back and put another coat on it another day, and I think I have video of that. The cool deck is a hand-laid product, and it's kind of put on kind of like cement, and then it's smoothed out. So it looks handmade. It almost looks like a terracotta material when it's all finished. But once they got done with it, after putting the second coat on, it was really smooth and it really feels good underfoot. In the afternoon, in prep for painting, they went ahead and removed all of the excess materials on the patio, and we went ahead and took the shade down so that they wouldn't get paint all over my shade. plumber came back that afternoon and went ahead and installed the other drain in the floor and installed the other nozzles around the edge of the swimming pool. As you can see, the wires are ran, but he still hasn't installed the light. That will come next week. And that'll finish up this week's work. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, it's a beautiful day in Mazatlan, and we really appreciate you watching the videos. If you know anyone who likes pool build videos, please send them our way. We'll see you again for the next chapter. Have a good day. Bye-bye.